Guacamole.
Hey man, how you doing?
Very dashing.
What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian and welcome to Serial Productions. You guys, it's looking like we are officially, finally getting a first look into Morbius, the Living Vampire, starring Jared Leto. Finally. I feel like they've been shooting this movie forever now. I think they've been shooting this movie for about 9 to 10 months, roughly 11, and we're finally getting a first look. This movie drops July 31st. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But damn, finally, I feel like we've seen some basic ass set photos for this movie. Nothing like, nothing astonishing, nothing to get the fans hyped. Nothing. Not him with the whole thing, nothing at all. But it's finally looking like it is. The official trailer is being rated and should be coming within days. If not by the end of the week, by next week. Now, I am so interested in this film. And what I mean by interested is, I am curious. Because when they announced they were working on a Morbius movie, or they had a Morbius movie planned after the success of Venom, I was like, interesting. Why Morbius? Spider-Man has so many more better villains, but why Morbius? And then they announced Jared Leto was going to be attached to the role to play him. I was like, oh shit, well, Jared Leto's a fantastic actor. I love his work. This should be pretty interesting. And then I'm like, wait a minute. No Spider-Man. Damn, how are they gonna pull this off? How are they gonna pull off a Morbius movie with no Spider-Man? Well, I was like, fuck, well, how do they pull off a Venom movie with no Spider-Man? Because it worked. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, but it worked. So I'm like, okay, it could possibly work. Let's see what happens. Especially if you have somebody like Jared Leto attached to the film. I'm like, okay, I like the idea. Jared Leto's great, and I'll always continue to support what I'm about to say. Jared Leto would have been a fantastic Joker, up there with Joaquin, up there with Heath, if his character was written better. I don't think his Joker was written that well, and that was the issue. And we really didn't get a lot of screen time of his character as Joker. But with that being said, you guys, Morbius the Living Vampire. Now, I heard this is supposed to be the bridge between crossing Sony's Spider-Man universe over into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Rumor has it a couple months ago that J.K. Simmons was supposed to be appearing in this Morbius film as J. Jonah Jameson. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is really interesting. I like it. I love J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson. It's just fantastic. What Marvel Studios did with introducing his character into Spider-Man Far From Home, which I thought was fucking fantastic. I still, to this day, I was so surprised and shocked. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. I love it. The fact that they got him back from the original Spider-Man movies, because he was perfect. J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson was as perfect to his character as Patrick Stewart is to Professor X. It's just literally, it's spot on, and I love it. And I like how they modernized it. People don't read newspapers anymore. That's just the facts. They don't. So they modernized it and had him do like his own like video blogging, or his own content creator type ordeal, like his podcast. And I feel like that was just a brilliant move for Marvel Studios to go that route. And I was like, I love it. Now, if this is true, if he is going to be in this film, like I said, this is going to be the first bridge to bridge over these two universes. And I'm like, okay, well, it could work. Now, I don't know as far as like the story of what's going to happen with this Morbius movie. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. All I know is that the little backstory I know of Morbius is, he's sick. Dr. Michael Morbius is sick, and he accidentally creates an even bigger problem for him, and mixing blood or whatnot, and he becomes a vampire. So I'm like, okay, it's definitely an origin story, but as far as like who's going to be the villain and things of that nature, I'm like, that's going to be interesting. I don't know how they're going to play that out. I know, what's his name? Kevin Smith, not Matt Smith. He was supposed to be the main antagonist for the film, but we don't know who his character is whatsoever. Is he going to be another vampire? Probably, most likely. That's, well, no. It's the Iron Man effect. And I say the Iron Man effect is you have your first villain kind of replicate who you really are. Black Panther. Who was it? Killmonger. Venom. Who was it? I forgot the other guy's name. Oh my God, totally drawn a blank. But I feel like it's going to be the same thing for that nature. Which I don't mind. Cool, whatever. You know, as long as it's fucking sick, I'm with it. But the fact that I haven't seen anything from this film and it comes out in July kind of worries me. It really does. It does worry me. Now, I know Mahershala Ali's been casted as Blade. And I would love to see a Mahershala Ali versus a Jared Leto Morbius. That shit would be perfect. Because I remember watching the 90s Spider-Man animated show, and that's just what it was. Like, these fools are always going at it, and I was like, hell yeah. Now that we can potentially get that for a live action with, you know, these two studios crossing over, it's going to be huge. It's going to be fucking massive. And I cannot wait to see something along those lines. Now, we're going to be getting into the whole supernatural phase into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Moon Knight. Apparently, Dracula is going to be making an appearance in that series. I was like, holy shit, Dracula. What about Blade? Why not? That would make so much sense. I can see it. That would be so awesome. And most people are like, well, you're not going to see Blade until Phase 5. That doesn't... Okay, you probably won't see Blade until Phase 5 for his own solo movie. But you'll probably see Blade make an appearance or cameo in some kind of movie or some kind of show for the Disney Plus. It would just make sense. That's the whole thing right now that's popping off. You make it a cameo, you make an appearance, and then boom, you have your movie. Spider-Man, Black Panther, and, you know, Civil War. It just happens that way, and I'm fine with that. But Morbius, interesting stuff. I don't know, you guys. I really don't. Like, I want this film to do well. I really do, and I want it to be good. Not only do I want it to make money, I want it to do well, you know, critically. I want it to be, you know, possibly as on par with Venom or even better than Venom. But I don't know. Like I said, the fact that we haven't seen anything, not even a fucking teaser poster for this movie. Nothing along those lines. Like, we haven't seen anything. It's worrisome to me, you guys. But who knows, man? Maybe this movie might be the best comic book movie of 2020. I'm just playing. It probably won't. It probably won't. Let's be honest. It probably won't. That title is going to go to Wonder Woman 1984, Black Widow, Eternals, possibly Venom 2. Who knows? I cannot wait. Oh my God, Venom 2 is going to be interesting. And who knows? What if Eddie Brock makes an appearance in this film? It would make sense. It's in the same universe as Venom. So it would make sense to cross these two movies over, especially if you want the fans to know that, yes, this is a shared universe. Yes, these characters live in the same world. That makes sense. It really does. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Tom Hardy make a little cameo up in this movie. So that would be pretty sick. But I don't know, you guys. It's going to be interesting. Next couple days, the trailer's supposed to drop. Sorry, my girlfriend's dying right now. Okay, she's dead. Next couple days, the trailer's supposed to drop, and you're definitely going to give me a reaction. It's going to be real. It's going to be authentic. I'm going to be real with you guys. But I'm curious to see where they take this story and how this movie is developed, you guys. It's going to be interesting. But post your comments down below, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about the Morbius the Living Vampire trailer coming within days. Are you guys excited about it? Post your comments down below, you guys. And thank you for taking time in today for watching Zero Productions. Peace.